Hi, my name is Diamond Greer. I am the co-founder and CEO of Let's Vibe.
And I'm Karen Spears, and I'm the co-founder and chief operating officer of Let's Vibe.
So Let's Vibe is a collaborative community of diverse women across the city of Chicago and now beyond, expanding nationally and internationally, fingers crossed. And what we mainly do is connect and develop each other throughout our personal journey in our life and also our career. The core of what we do is mainly helping individuals go from an idea and making it more tangible. But we do that in more of a design experience kind of vibe, I would like to say.
So I think it's really cool, like the idea of, pushing women and, just the minority community forward when it comes to, putting out different ideas. So what was that initial idea that you all had that was like, let's get this started, I have this idea, how do we get this off the ground and running?
I would say Diamond and I are idea generators, but the thing about us is that we're go-getters, right? Like when we have an idea, we act on it. And we've noticed a lot of our friends would have ideas, but they wouldn't know the next step. They would come to us, to help them guide through the process. And we were like, okay, well, there's no space for women to do this on a larger scale. We can do this with our friends all day, but if there isn't, a formal setting in which they can, pursue their ideas and make it happen with a community of women to support them, then, there's, we have to create it for ourselves. So I think that's what the core of Let's Vibe is.
And it all began when we had a girls' night, legitimately.
Yeah.
And we were just talking about our experiences, from school and going from college to career and experiencing that in the workplace too. A lot of professional organizations, from what we've experienced, have been predominantly not focused on women of color, or centered on women of color, and also providing resources for those who may be mid-career and up, and starting the connecting phase of building out their networks, building out their connections, which really have an impact on your trajectory and what you want to do across industries, no matter if you are an entrepreneur or a student or intrapreneur or professional, etc. So we again wanted to create that space where we could be our authentic selves, create programming and also resources to help people figure out their next steps, while also learning and developing together as a community, and not just people who are our peers, but also those who range the spectrum of tenure and experience as well. So we're super collaborative, we're authentic, and that's the crux of it. And we needed a space to do that, not only here in Chicago, but also globally, especially having resources for women, especially having resources for women of color to actualize their dreams and have that equity be at the center of it too.
And so thus far, what has been one of the biggest resources that it seems like women of color have desired, or what is the resource that people want the most, or you feel like they need the most to continue moving forward?
Well, I think it's mainly access. And when you talk about access, it's something that people don't know that they need, right? So if they know that they want to be at a certain place, it's usually, how do you get there, right? There's no access to certain people or certain organizations that they just don't know exist, right? So our role in it is to help access them the right people and the right orgs and the right, resources to get what they want. So it's not necessarily something like, I want this. It's more of introducing them to them that there is a way to get that.
Yeah. And building off of that, the access part is very important. And also looking at, what is my vision? What's my goal? How do I actualize and create tangible goals? What are my wildest dreams, and how can I make that something more real? And just from that standpoint, if you ask someone, what are your strengths, right? They have somewhat of an idea, but what are the resources that help them to figure that out? And how can we pull upon that to provide access to different things? We've been in the nonprofit space, we've been in the for-profit space, we've been in the entrepreneurial space. So we've helped people along the way and also gained a lot of knowledge ourselves. So it's putting it back out there and creating a community where we can collaborate and teach each other our skills. So if we go back to what's something that we want and need, it's the access piece, and it's also the investment. Not only ourselves, but having the community and the city and, you know, the nation also investing in us as well as people who are leaders and developing, growing, and going to be impacting, you know, the next generations to come is really important. So.
What have been some of the biggest challenges that you've seen, you know, doing something on your own and putting an initiative forward to, you know, benefit others, or just having that entrepreneurial spirit? What have been some of the biggest challenges for you all?
I think one of the biggest things is accountability. Like, it's important to have women, you know, really support you and also keep you on your toes, right? So Diamond and I think we work really well together because we always check up on each other. Like, there's not a day that we don't go past like without talking to each other. And it's that daily accountability, that's the affirmation that we are in the right space, we're doing the right thing, but it's making sure how we're doing it and how effectively are we doing it. I think it has been the most challenging, but we've, you know, figured out little ways to keep us, you know, on our toes. So yeah, I think that's one of the biggest challenges, like internally.
Another is this, some people think that, oh, I have an idea and this is like the final version of it. So the process of just iterating and continuously going back and changing and tweaking and doing these things, and you feeling like you're not settled, right? You're not there yet, which is a great feeling, but it can also be frustrating when you're trying to figure out, okay, we have an idea for this, how do we actualize it? We know that we can, but what are the steps that we need to take? So it's even going through our own process of, okay, who are the people who we need to reach out to maybe guide us in this, whether it's accounting or like the legal stuff, right? Looking at what are the resources available, what's already out there. We don't want to recreate the wheel. To what's the experience that our community members are having? Can we be more engaging? Can we provide, improved services? Like, what does it look like?
For people who want to learn more about your organization or get in contact with you all, where can they find you online?
So you can find us at www.letsvibe.org, also at Let's Vibe HQ on all of our social media channels. You can also send us an email, which is available everywhere too. Whether you are figuring out your next steps, or you just want a bomb community to vibe with, or you want some resources, feel free to come and connect with us. We have women from all over who are professionals, entrepreneurs, students, and also business owners, and everyone in between as well.
And if you want to continue to stay connected with us in the city of Chicago, we have the Vibe Pass available for purchase, and you can get access to our workshops, our annual events, and also exclusive offers with our partners and sponsors.